The final sort that I'm going to look at is the merge sort. In fact, I'm going to do this one twice because there's a sort of correct way of doing it, but you don't need to be doing the correct way in the exam. You can shortcut it in the exam. So let's start off with the same numbers, 4, 1, 3, 2. And I want to try and point out to you that these are a list of numbers. Right, so you can ignore this first one. I'll tell you when you can really pay attention what you need to learn on the next one. And the point is that we're going to break these down into single elements. We're going to keep dividing the list each time. So if I divide this list into 2, in other words, just split it right in the middle, I end up with a list with 4 and 1 and a list with 3 and 2. So this would be the programming method rather than the just pure algorithm. And you'll see why it's sort of ridiculous to do this to begin with. We're going to break these two down as well. So I've broken that down into those two. And if I break this one down, this list, I'm going to get just a single item in one list, and a single item in another list, and a single item in another list, and a single item in another list. So I've broken this down into single items. So I took my original list and I've broken it down into a list containing one item. Then I'm ready to start the merge sort. But if you notice, we could have just looked at this at the top, 4, 1, 3, 2, and just done 4, 1, 3, 2. It's never going to change, and really that's what I'm going to start off with, and that's what I expect in the exam on how you write it out. So I'm going to underline this. You've seen that method of breaking the list, a big list, down into single items. I'm going to start at this position. So if I started off with 4, 1, 3, 2, I've got a list consisting of, or 4 lists consisting of single items, 4, 1, 3 and 2. So this is your start position in the exam if you ever get it. Start off just looking at this list, and they'll probably just give you numbers like 4, 1, 3, 2. You just need to produce single element lists for each one. And the way the merge sort works is we merge these two together. Okay, so starting from the left, we're going to merge these two, and it's useful to show the arrows. We're going to merge these two into a single list, but the list needs to be ordered. So I've got 4 and 1, so my list is going to be 1 and 4. That's in order. And I'm going to do the same with this, the 3 and the 2. I'm going to get a single list consisting of 2 and 3. So this list is in order, this list is in order. So we've merged these 2 items into that list, these 2 items into that list. That's why it's called a merge sort. Now we've got 2 lists, and we're going to merge these 2 together to get our final result, and we order it as we go. So both of these are going to be in a single list and ordered 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that's it. That is the merge sort. It's probably the simplest one to actually do, and as I said, if you remember, the bubble sort went on for quite a time. We got up to 3 passes. If we've got more items in a list or a heavily unsorted list, that's going to take a long time to actually put together, and I can't see you sitting there for 15-20 minutes in an exam putting that together. So bubble sorts will either be really, really short on the list or pretty much sorted to begin with. The insertion sort you might get, it's not too difficult because you only got that one pass. You've just got to put things in their correct order. And the merge sort is probably the most difficult to program, because we are doing a sort as we go along, but the easiest to write out. So they're the three sorts that we'll be using, or that the specification says you need to learn for the exam. They are the algorithms. That's exactly what you need to do. In the next video, we'll start looking at some different kinds of sorts. Well, not different kinds of sorts. We'll use the same sorts, but with different kinds of data. We'll use string data, and then we'll start comparing some of the sorts. So really, you've learnt everything you need to know. If you want further practice, look at the next videos.